Come on down. You're the next contestant on Price is Right Wrestling. And unfortunately, Nikita Lyons is out of the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament due to an injury, but a suitable replacement has been found. Checks notes, Miss As If herself, Tiffany Stratton. Well, you can't win them all, I guess, but if you stick around, you get to see Steiner beat up a couple velvet-covered druids and lose his shit to hype up this feud with Joe Wayne Gacy that nobody fucking cares about. I'm John Reckon with my review WWE NXT 2.0. I'm going to have some fun with this review, despite the recent events that have been happening in the real world. Just know that I am very, very angry about said events that are happening. I'm choosing my words carefully there because, unfortunately, I'm afraid I would get banned from YouTube for saying what I really feel. But let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. We are steamrolling towards NXT In Your House, the premium live event, taking place on the Cock. NXT Cock In Your House. Wait, let's move on from that. We start backstage with Tony D and his goons, Stacks and Two Dimes. These are stupid names, and creatives should feel stupid for coming up with them. They are upset because of what Legoland Phantasm did. And, okay, he's upset because, he couldn't beat him like a man. This is the same guy that was using a crowbar, not Devon Storm, to win matches. Whatever. The leaps in logic are so goddamn great that they're practically going over a fucking chasm like Evel Knievel or Wile E. Coyote. Super genius. Okay, so they say they're going to take care of Legoland Phantasm. They did not notice that Santos was literally 3 feet behind them when they started before they started walking forward in their promo. So Malik Blade and Idris Enofe, Team BBC, which is a terrific name, took on Stacks and Two Dimes with Tony D. And I'm going to say right now, this may shock some people, maybe if you either haven't paid attention to the reviews. Blade and Enofe make most of their TV time, and they can work. They got some personality, and they're good in the ring. Maybe these two, Deuce and Domino, clones could actually be any good. This Two Dimes and Stacks these guys, but god damn it, when did they rehire Deuce and Domino is what I wrote down. Because they ain't all about cool. This gimmick's just a bunch of stool. We cut to Legoland watching backstage, and Elektra Lopez, my goodness, that is going to be a recurring theme. Legoland Phantasm says they're going to go to the ring. And the Italian D&D win this, which actually sounds like, some kind of weird thing. We roll the dice. Anyway, that's probably going to offend every Italian person that is watching my channel, maybe 2 people. And we get a 6-man brawl because Legoland Phantasm and them do this. And why is this feud continuing? Oh, right, because a guy that used to cheat by using a crowbar got hit with brass knucks. So he's upset. This is a stupid storyline. Sadly, not even the 5th worst one going on. So, Wesley basically says that he wants to face Sangria. And he won't, or Santeria, and he won't, he's got no crystal ball. No, I know it's Sangha, but Sangria sounds better. So Wesley took on Sangria, and he took a great deal, just got tossed and everything, and even though he kept trying to come back, and he hit him with about 15 kicks, Sangha hit 1 clubbing blow on that, and eventually beat him with a chokeslam. And then Zion Quinn, who comes and goes often. He's there, then he's not, then he's there, then he's not. He's got a good look. He shows up dressed like somebody from, the rejected cast of Grease 2. And then Sangria stops him. We're getting a face turn. I mean, whatever. I don't know why this is happening, but it is what it is. Then Cora and Roxanne talk in a very scripted way. Good Lord. It's not that Cora and Roxanne don't have personality. Stop scripting people to this point. They talked about some bully that was at an indie show. They didn't mention the indie show by name, and they made up a name. They made up a fake name, or maybe a real name. I don't really fucking know. But yeah, we teased her after she threw our stuff out of the building or out of the locker room. They both are young and can do some good stuff and can get better. I don't understand why they script people to this point. Give them bullet points. Cora says she's going to watch the next match from the crowd. So then Steiner talks to 2 guys. I don't know who the fuck those 2 guys were. I think one was Middle Eastern, one was some level of Hispanic. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I apologize. They said that Joe Wayne Gacy's guys were in his locker room, or in the locker room, and put a picture of Rick Steiner and then the three younger Steiners, the kids. I didn't know Rick Steiner had 3 kids. But anyway, Elektra Lopez, my goodness. Goddamn. If nothing else, she looks fantastic standing there. And then, of course, who's she taking on? St. Elmo's Fire. I can't hear it. I can't hear Alba Fire is anything other than St. Elmo's Fire. It's an overly done entrance. It's like trying to mix the demon Finn with, like, you know, somebody with Sting holding a bat and everything. Cora's watching from the front row with a giant bucket. By the way, this women breakout tournament match, and there was a lot of arm focus, and eventually a Swanton 1, 2, 3. So that was pretty quick. St. Elmo's Fire got the victory. And then Elektra, she just paused Cora's bucket. Her buttery bucket. Probably could have worded that differently. Let's just move on. So, Damon Kemp says, hey, Roderick Strong rolled his ankle, so we're not going to be able to face Pretty Deadly Glory tonight. Ivy Nile just kind of stood there. The Creeds have fire, but don't have them talk. Get them a manager, please. They can come along and they can talk better. Get them a manager, please. Oh, they had a manager that chose not to re-sign. Probably because NXT 2.0 is in the goddamn dumps. So Nikita is out due to an injury. So Fallon Henley, the former Tasha Price, has a bye. But Miss As If knocks Fallon says, hey, I'm going to replace Nikita and beat you. As if. There's an athlete under this. There's an athlete under this persona. She has a good look. She has improved in the ring. The gimmick is stupid. The gimmick is really fucking stupid. Fallon Henley says, yeehaw, bitch, I will see you tonight. Fuck happened to this show? Roxanne doesn't have a red dress on. She has a wrestling gear because wrestling in a red dress would be stupid. Took on Lash Legend. Semi-final women's breakout tournament match. Lash got no TV entrance. Lash has a long way to go, but I think has potential. I think they should give her at least a TV entrance a little bit. Maybe don't have so many matches go, I don't know, longer than they need to. Speed versus power. Lash's trash chance. I mean, it rhymes. It's not necessarily trash. There are plenty of trash things in NXT 2.0. Lash with a double underhook backbreaker. That was nicely done. Roxanne does come back after a bit. And shockingly, out of a powerbomb hits Pop Rocks, aka the code red 1, 2, 3. Pop Rocks, I admit, is actually a very good name for a finisher. And Toxic Attraction with the madness. Gacy makes, like, she can just, you know, steal the show whenever she's on screen. Mandy has a good look. Mandy has made the most of this character that is very one note, in all honesty. You will never look like me. She's made the most of this, and I think has had a decent run as champion. She's not the best worker in the world. She's improved. And so, what the hell is it? Katana Chance, that's her name now. Carter and Chance show up. It sounds like some kind of knockoff Charlie's Angels. They attack them. And then Mandy has to go it alone, and Indy has new music. And Mandy took on Indy. And Wade said that he's sick of hearing about Indy's love life and what was taken from her. To be fair, I'm sure Indy is too, because they keep mentioning it, and they fired the people that were involved in the storyline. Persia, who deserves, I think her name's Stephanie. She deserves, a lot of chances to grow as a performer. I wonder what Dexter Lumis, aka Sam Shaw's, next move is. Possibly back to Impact. We will see. He can make a few appearances in AEW. He can make a few appearances in New Japan Strong. They certainly need some help. Hey, maybe he could replace Chris Dickinson. If you know, you know. That being said, it was fine. The match was fine. Something seemed a little off, especially when the women that were brawling backstage start brawling around ringside. 2 brawl in the ring. Indy tries to stop this and gets hit with the big boot 1, 2, 3. Okay. Why? Like, why did... If people not involved in a goddamn match get in the fucking ring and start fighting, that should... Find a way to format a goddamn show where you don't make the fucking people in matches look like goddamn idiots. Oh, and then Mandy, this is something I tried to put out of my mind. Mandy gets hit with a Wendy Choo with a pillow full of balls. If Wendy Choo wins the goddamn NXT Women's Championship, I am going to not review any of those championship matches or any of that stuff. I'm simply going to say, oh, this happened, and move on. I don't care if she's a good worker. This is an embarrassing gimmick. So, Steiner is backstage, and then suddenly footage from a high school football game came up, and I wish my dad was at that game, but he's not going to get angry. This feud with Gacy is bad. Really bad. Miss As If makes her entrance, and in Pretty Deadly Glory keeps saying yes boy repeatedly. I don't care if they can work. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know. I don't know what it is about NXT 2.0 has gotten to the goddamn dumps. It's gotten to the point where I'm wondering why I review it. Oh yeah, because there are certain people I like on the show. And I review SmackDown and Raw every week. But god damn it. Fallon Henley took on Miss As If in a semifinal match because she replaced Nikita Lyons, who I hope does recover from whatever injury she has. She beats down her knee. She beats her. Pronouns, pal. Miss As If beats down on Fallon's knee. At one point, Wade says, Briggs is still a virgin, and because of the cast on his right hand, we need to find him a girlfriend. This is a storyline that they are putting on a wrestling program, and I think that Shawn Michaels' lazy eye basically booked this. So anyway, eventually a twist of some variety, 1, 2, 3. So Miss As If advances to take on Roxanne Perez. In all honesty, I think it'll be a good face-heel dynamic. It's just this character's stupid. There's an athlete under there, but this character's dumb. Waller comes out to celebrate. And then Mackenzie is with Chance and Carter, scripted to the fucking max. Wendy did interrupt because Carter and Chance said they want a shot at the tag titles. And she says, I like the sound of that. I also like the sound of my sack of balls hitting Mandy in the face. I am ashamed to admit that made me laugh because I'm an immature individual. Still hate the Wendy Choo gimmick, but that was a funny line. I have to be fair, because I'm always known for being fair. But anyway, in what universe does Von Wagner deserve a video package? In what fucking universe do we deserve Von Wagner? Who is a fine athlete and is fucking bland and does not belong on a national TV program. And I know that he's got lineage as far as his dad being a former wrestler, but good lord. Thea Hale, she graduates high school tomorrow and then gets to continue her education. What college will she choose? And man, I feel fucking old knowing that, somebody is out there being able to do stuff like that. And hey, good for her. Good for her. Whatever she does, if it doesn't work out as WWE talent, she can continue her education. She can do both. Good for her. So, Steiner was on the phone telling his, telling his siblings to watch out, and then Dookie Nukie Hudson pissed him off. And then Wagner beat Icham Jey Uso. Fuck you. Fuck you for putting this match in front of my eyes. You fucking jackasses. Brett was always better than Shawn. That much I'll say. Vaughn wins. I care not. Sophia Cromwell is there and staying like a Bond villain, pointing that. And then Briggs jumps in and stops Vaughn. And boy, I thought I didn't care about Jiro and Vaughn. I really don't care about Briggs and Vaughn. Tony D'Angelo says, this needs to end in your house. We're going to have a meeting. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Nice to know that somebody watched Godfather recently, a movie that came out 50 fucking years ago. All right. Sophia says something about how Vaughn can be his own man or something or accomplish shit or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Nothing against her. I just don't care about Von Wagner. Mandy interrupts Vic and challenges Wendy Choo, and JC and Gigi challenge Carter and Chance. And that's really bad. Again, if Wendy Choo beats Mandy, this is fucking bullshit. I would rather have Mandy hold the title for another fucking year and them do the same damn shit than even attempt to give Wendy Choo a fucking title run. Because it would be fucking catastrophic. So many talented women in that division, and you would give it to somebody that's basically a Kirby character. So, we get Hayes, Tricky Dicky Williams, and Grimes in the barber shop, and I don't care. I don't care. Hayes and Tricky Dicky Williams can talk, so can Grimes. I don't care. So they do an in your horse rundown. We have NXT in your horse. So anyway, Gacy tells the Druids, well, we've done a lot to piss Braun off, but we are really going to make him, pissed off tonight. I mean, he doesn't say that, but he might as well have. We see an Italian tourism video, Giovanni Vinci. Somebody said that this is possibly a rebranded Fabian Eichner. Just give him his walking papers now. Too many bad gimmicks and stereotypes. Steiner beat Dookie Nukie didn't beat Dookie Nukie Hudson because the Druid showed up, and then a chair got introduced, and he hit Dookie Nukie Hudson with the chair. Oh no, what's going to possibly happen? Is he going to lose his temper? I nearly fucking did with this show. Fuck. God, these feuds are bad. These feuds are really bad. NXT was once... I honestly hope that these live events, they draw barely anybody with these crowds. It's not the talent's fault. But the people in charge of this brand deserve to basically be slapped down for what they fucking did. But we here at Price is Right Wrestling would like to remind you to control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody.